Guys, don't forget to check out Tabletop Village and their Celestial Storm pre-sale. We are getting closer to the shipping date and you can get booster boxes of Celestial Storm for $90 shipped anywhere in the United States. Don't forget to check it out in the links down below. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Road to TCG Worlds 2018. Covering yesterday's video was very well received, which made me very happy, of course. And so I wanted to bring you guys another deck. I will be trying to make as many of these as I can, or as many as I'm willing to, I guess. Trying to cover as much of Celestial Storm as I can, but really appreciate the support, guys. If you want to leave a like, that really helps out the channel. And subscribe if you're new. So, BANETTE GX is actually one of the newer cards as well that seems to have a lot of potential. I decided to pair it with ZOROAK, as you guys saw, but let's first touch up on BANETTE GX. Now, this card is reminiscent of... Wait, who put that there? That is totally not me. In Worlds 2007, that is totally not me, and that photo is totally not relevant because I used BANETTE X in Worlds 2007. I don't know how this picture got here. I'm sorry, that was not what I wanted you guys to see, but that was me 11 years ago. As you can see, I have changed quite a bit. That's the image I wanted to show you guys. So we have the comparison of BANETTE GX and BANETTE EX right here. BANETTE GX has 190 HP and BANETTE EX had 90 HP, so a huge boost from the older card. The art, it seems to be very similar, right? Like the pose and whatnot is just, I guess, better quality 3D rendering or something, but the art seems to be the same, and then the ability is the exact same thing. Once during your turn, let me take this a little bit. Once during your turn, if this is your active Pokemon, you may move a damage counter from any Pokemon to any other Pokemon in play. And that's exactly what Shady Move does as well. I would not be surprised for it to be named the exact same once the card is released in English. And so you are actually able to transfer damage from your side of the field to your opponents, which not a lot of mechanics allow you to do that. You do have to be in the active, but if you switch around between Banettes, you can actually do it twice per turn, so that's an extra 20 damage. And if you have 3 BANETTE EXs and a BANETTE GXs, sorry, and then you play a Guzma, then you get to do it 3 times, which is not completely out of the question, especially not with a ZOROAK deck. Now, the big part about this card was, or is, its Shadow Chant attack, which is the exact same except a little bit buffed. Before it used to cost 2 energy, a psychic and a colorless. Now it only costs a colorless energy, as you can see. And this attack does 10 more damage for its supporter card in your discard pile. But you can't add more than 100 damage this way. I believe before you couldn't add more than 60 damage this way, yeah. So the maximum was 90 damage, which was enough 11 years ago, but now it's definitely not. Now, Shadow Chant, being Psychic type is really good because Shadow Chant with 4 draw supporters, or with 4 supporters rather, in your discard pile, you get to 1 KO stuff like 70 HP basics and Baby Puzzle. With 6 supporters in your discard pile, or 5 and a Rainbow Energy because you get to use Shadow Move. With 7 or 6 and a Rainbow Energy, you get to Shadow Move. Place a damage counter on a Puzzle GX or anything that's 190 HP Psychic Weak, and then you hit with Shadow Chant. Or with a Choice Band, you only need 3 draw supporters and a rainbow, or 3 supporters. I don't know why I keep saying draw. 3 supporters and a rainbow, or 4 supporters to get a knockout, which is actually really good. BANETTE GX, that's why I decided to pair it with ZOROAK. ZOROAK's weakness is puzzle decks, or are puzzle decks, and so BANETTE GX definitely seems like a very nice solution to the deck. Now, its GX attack, which is something that BANETTE EX of course did not have before because those did not exist, is Tomb Hunt GX, or Tomb Hunt GX, Tomb Hunt, that's really hard to pronounce. you put any 3 cards from your discard pile into your hand. So just like the C2I GX, a really good GX attack, and with all the pressure that is being applied and how frail BANETTE GX is, I doubt you'll find a good time to use it, but it is an option that you get. It could be used in the very late game where you need to get those extra resources to make sure that you can close out the game. Darkness weakness is not ideal, but that's why we're pairing it with ZOROARK, and I guess we would want to play extra Acerolas and stuff from what I currently have in order to make sure that you can win this ZOROARK mirror matches. Resistance to fighting is also pretty good once again in order to combat puzzle, and the 1 retreat gust is always welcome. So we have a 3-3 line rather of BANETTE GX, which is really nice. A great backup attacker, 1 energy backup attacker for ZOROARK GX. We have the 4-4 ZOROARK line, as you guys can see. Ability trait, discard a card and draw 2, and then 210 HP, and its righteous beating attack deals 20 damage for every Pokemon you have in play. We do have the 1 of Orankuru, which is a necessity now that Tord style ZOROARK decks are a thing, and you do want to be able to keep up in the resource war. And then we have triple Tapu Lele to make sure that we get the cards we need. Now that I think about it, we do have, I was going towards that, we do have an excessively high, not excessively, like an extra high supporter count, because we do want to power up BANETTE GX's attack, right? But we definitely could use a couple of Mysterious Treasure, or at least 1 in here, just because we can search for Tapu Lele, and we can also search for BANETTE GX. Now, we don't need to use Mew EX or Mewtwo because we have the Psychic typing added with BANETTE, which is really, really nice. And for supporters, we have 4 Bridget to maximize the chances of getting it out on turn 1. We have 4 N as well to make sure that we are disrupting continuously, and we take advantage of the ability that we have Trade. And then we have triple Guzma to make sure that we're targeting the right Pokemon. And then 1-offs of Mallow, Cynthia, Sycamore, and Acerola. These counts could definitely be played around with. Copycat is also another supporter that could be useful, which you shuffle your hand and then draw the same amount of cards as your opponent. But anyways, there's a ton of useful supporters that you can end up using, and because after they've used, they actually count towards BANETTE GX's damage, there's a higher incentive to use them. Now the rest is a pretty much standard ZOROARK deck. We have the 4 Puzzle of Time and 4 Ultra Ball, along with 2 Evo Soda, so that we can search for our ZOROARKs and BANETTEs as soon as we can. The 1 Floatstone, the 2 Choice Bands, the 1 Enhanced Hammer to disrupt a little bit. Triple Field Blower because we do rely heavily on ability, so we want to have access to those. Double Prattle City to be disruptive, and then we have 4 Rainbow Energy and 4 Double Colorless. Why do we have Rainbow Energy instead of Psychics? Well, we do attack for 1 energy with BANETTE, which is really nice, and ZOROARK attacks for 1 DC, which is also really nice. But the Rainbow Energy gives us a damage counter that we can move around with Shady Move or Shadowy Move, however it ends up being named, which is really good because sometimes you can be 10 short of a knockout, right? But the Rainbow Energy immediately allows you to deal an extra 10 damage to whichever Pokemon you want. And then it also gives us or opens up the possibility to use ZOROARK's GX attack, which is Trickster GX, which is never to be underestimated. And so that will be the list for BANETTE GX that I will be trying out as soon as we get Celestial Storm on TCG. And yeah, that will be all, guys. I hope you enjoyed this quick analysis on BANETTE GX and what I think would be a very good starting point. I'm not saying this is the absolute best list of BANETTE GX. I'm saying this is a great starting point so that you can get a feel for it and start playing around with it. And so don't forget to leave a like, guys. It really helps out the channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.